Welcome to Oh Brother, a podcast where we try to figure it all out with your hosts, Brandon and Collin. On this week's show, Secret 4th Museum. Ahoy!
Ahoy!
How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
I am well. It is back to being hot after some storms, bad storms, so we are right there. We're doing well.
We just had hot. We had rained a bit, and then it was like, aha.
Okay.
What if it was only hot though?
We have been having the it's sweltering, and then the storms pop up, come through, and then it gets sweltering again. It's not a refreshing rain.
The best cycle. Wait, no.
It is certainly an cycle.
It is a cycle. That is true. It's one of the things that could happen. That's true.
Yes, of all of the weather type events, this is the one that we are currently experiencing.
Ew. Well, that's not that fun at all. Yuck.
I had an experience this week of, this is Collin's corner of lyrics I didn't know I knew. I don't know if you...
Yes!
Okay. I don't know how many times this happens to you where you hear a song and you're like, oh man, I haven't heard this song in for ages. Who even sings this? And then as the lyrics start, you say, oh, that's right. I know every word to the song and I don't know where this is coming from. So Brandon,
that's fair, yes.
Brandon, this year, or this week, I was getting born in the state of Mississippi.
Oh,
Papa was a copper, and her mama was a hippie.
Mama was a hippie. That's true.
Why do I know the song by Red Hot Chili? Why do I know Danny California? Help me, please.
Because it was on the radio every 2.5 seconds, when you were in high school.
Yeah, this also, Brandon. My first thought when I heard the song this week was, man, this is an old song. And then
that's true. Yes,
it came out in. Okay, so it starts with a 2, which already doesn't make me feel good. But 2006.
Yeah, it's kind of what I thought. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Full on 20 years this year.
Ouch.
We're celebrating this. So all I gotta say is California, rest in peace. So,
there you go. Yeah.
But yes, this is that. So I may, if I can remember while I am driving around, to take notice of the songs that I am subconsciously singing. I will try and make this into more of a corner moving forward.
I like this. We could merge this with the segment I was thinking about: songs that have been stuck in my head this month. The end of month wrap up for random songs that appeared in my brain for no reason, and are just there. So maybe we could merge these things here.
I think there's definitely a way to merge these. That's for sure. You think? We could even do it live on air, where you think of the random songs and then we sing them and see if Collin, for some reason, knows the lyrics.
Oh, there you go. I like this.
Yes. So sorry, my computer is saying, "Hey, I need to update something."
Not now. Later. Calm down.
Yes. Later. Oh my goodness. Oh, but no. So that's what I've been singing. Red Hot Chili Peppers, and that's about all I've been doing this week, unfortunately. But
nice.
Yes. I've been driving a lot. I've been making the trip from.
Gee, I wonder why. Where could you be going?
This will come to play when we get to the book we read, by the way. But I have been driving so every day I've been making the normie commute from my town into Columbia. This is my normie commute now.
Total normal.
You would be surprised the number of people who make this commute, and I have
actually no, I bet I wouldn't be that surprised. It's probably a large number of people.
And here I am, right along with them, driving one of them. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I have been following people along. I've been meeting people and pets, and it's been fun. I have learned that. Oh man, so many lessons of Columbia this week.
Oh dear, what a sentence that is.
One of them is that AT&T, my cell phone provider, does not work well in Columbia. I don't know who you use, Columbia.
Oh.
However, if it's not AT&T. This is what I can tell you. Secondarily, their lights are very short.
Really?
Real short.
That's not a very Missouri situation.
No,
Like
no, it's not.
you need the Missouri norm is 85 years for a yellow light. That's how it works, right? Like it's yellow for days.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay.
You see it change, and anyway. No, this one is like I am sitting in there. I am 3 cars back. There's 1 car, 2 car. I'm 3 car.
Oh dear.
3 car back, and I barely making it through lights. Right, like I'm like,
holy cannoli!
Like these are like green, yellow, red. That is, I feel like the length, and I'm not okay with this. So I don't know. I'm trying to not get a ticket or into an accident, but this is.
Is there? Okay, I just now came up with a hypothesis about this. Is there a large number of like truck traffic, like semi traffic through the places you're going?
Not, sometimes, the places I am, they tend to be a lot busier.
Yeah.
They tend to be more heavy, like there's a lot more traffic. So I think it is just their way of like, they are not expanding the roads. I think what it is that they are just going, we're just going to move everyone a little bit around. They're just
going to cycle fast, like bam, bam,
fast
bam,
cycle,
bam.
Fast cycle.
Okay, that works too.
Because I don't think if you watch this, if I was a scientist that studied traffic, a trafficologist, and I looked at this, I think you would observe that each section, each direction has equal flow coming from it. It's not like north south is like the heavy flow where everyone comes that one, and we keep the lights along there. I think a lot of these that I'm interacting with are like everybody's everywhere, and it's a lot. So I'm also so those are my two takeaways from this week. I'm learning to get on it whenever you are at a light.
Yeah.
And to not rely on your phone because it's not going to work.
Because I don't work Columbia, apparently.
Just not. And I'm like, that is actually a major problem.
Yeah, for a mobile service business.
Oh, and I
wait.
I spent some time in the office,
which was on the go,
which was fun.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
your new office.
I have an office
that
I have acquired.
A second office.
I have a second office. Yeah. This one is even worse than the other one because this is literally carpet and concrete walls. There's no furniture. There's nothing there. And so
time to Facebook Marketplace a desk again.
I have an hour and a half. Do I think I can source something here?
A table, a folding table.
That's all.
With some chairs.
I just need a chair, actually, Brent. I don't need chairs. I just need a chair. So this is.
I think it should be folding table, old wood folding table, and then none of the chairs that you put around it should match. Right? Like this one's a metal folding chair. This one's an old random dining room chair. This one's just a rickety chair. Like a
leather wingback chair on next one of them.
Yeah. This one is like a fancy old dining room chair. This one is like a kitchen stool. Like, that's what it should be like.
That's what I need to do.
It's very good vibes there.
So this is obviously number one priority on my list. Megan will be thrilled to learn that I have come up with another thing to distract me from my business.
Oh yes, yeah, she'll love it. She's gonna love it so much.
When
she's like, "Did you take care of all this stuff?" You're like, "No, I bought a table." She's gonna be like,
Collin, stop. This is like, on one hand, it's like this is the perfect, like this is what my hyperactivity attention deficit is like built for, of a million little tiny moving pieces for me to follow and keep track of. On the other hand, I'm learning that I still have capacity to get distracted by things that aren't important at all. So it was like, what did I've coded something for the first time. Because
Oh,
I was
look
like,
at you.
I was
Techno Collin.
okay.
Here we go.
I did. I did use the help of some artificial friends to help me learn my code here. But what I coded was a thing that would look at my emails, because every time we send a client report, it goes to our email because we get a copy of it, and we've just been like looking at it, checking for spelling errors. Did they give the medication? Blah 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 blah, and then we file it away. Well, we have a bit more of those coming to my inbox these days.
Yeah, it's
And,
true. Yeah,
and
it's good.
I can't. So what I did was I with the help of this and a wonderful YouTube, I made something that will look at the emails, compare it against the known client notes, and then tag me, send me an alert if something is broken, or if somebody didn't give medication. So I don't have to like be poring over the text of every single one.
Have to like manually review. Just like keyword.
Just
like,
kind of keyword,
look for
kind of
these
like
keywords.
did
Nice.
they
Yeah,
give medication? Did they spell the pet's name correctly? This kind of thing. And of
Yeah.
course, once I unlocked this superpower, I was like,
Oh,
know
no.
what? I was like, you know what? What else can I?
What else could I apply this to?
What could I do with this? So there were days where it was like 11:45 at night, and I was like, I think I found this other thing. And Megan was like, I do appreciate your enthusiasm with this. I need you to not right now.
I need you to go to bed. What are you doing? Stop.
You could actually just sleep.
Turn the light off.
That'd be schmantastic. So yes, I had
exciting.
well, because then I was like, oh, with the same thing, what I can do. So I was like coding this thing, and what it would do was every morning it would pull a weather report, and it would compare against like some of our weather standards and give tips that I could write out and like pre-script to give to the team for like, don't forget to hydrate today, and like don't forget sunscreen, or like check this weather.
Don't forget
like,
the jacket, guys.
Don't forget the jacket. This kind of stuff, right? And then, but that one kind of went off the rails because it kept pulling the wrong weather, and then it was like,
oh no,
giving weather for like random places, and I was like, well, and then of course now I've got a bug that I need to fix, so then I've got to like scraping through the and then
no, that's not how that works. Yeah, just abort and start over.
Yeah,
right? Like that's not.
He was like, leave it, leave it, Collin. Fine.
Just table that one for later. Like we'll deal with that at another point in time.
So yes, but yeah, that's man, that's been my week. I think it's been my week. It is Friday. My goodness.
It is in fact Friday. That's true. I learned that today. That it was
yeah. How are you? Are you just completely lost in the timeless days of summer?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I have no idea what day it is. I don't know. Yeah, we went on a bit of an adventure this week.
Yes. Right?
So we have adventure review for you, right?
I love this.
I will tell you why I sent you a picture of a random desk.
You know what? I was letting things happen. I wasn't going to push.
We had some friends that wanted to go to Joplin, right, for a thing. So we went to Joplin, a place I never go.
Why? Yeah.
Right?
Did they know what was in Joplin?
Well, it will become clear in a moment. But side note, we had to eat first. So we decided to eat at random place in Joplin. Collin, if you go to Joplin, you should definitely go to the Hungry Monkey. Because
oh my gosh,
it's mega good. It's like Hawaiian food.
What?
Right? Secret Hawaiian diner in Joplin.
What?
It's
Okay.
called the Hungry Monkey Island Style Eats. Yeah. So we veered way over to the other side of town for our adventure. And I went to Main Street, and I have not been on Main Street in Joplin for like a billion years. And there's like a lot of stuff over there now, which is interesting because that's not true a long time ago.
Right.
Right. So we just kind of cruised down Main Street, and Susan had found this place online and was like, we should try this. Because one of my friend's husband, he's like he only eats like certain things. Part of it's like health, but part of it's just like he works out like all the time.
Oh, sure.
So but like big Hawaiian poke bowl thing on the list of things that he can eat, right?
Okay.
So we had some it was kind of weird because they had like poke bowls and like fish and vegetables. I got the loco moco with this. So mine was like a big plate of like gravy and rice and eggs. Like, oh yeah, what's up, guys?
That sounds really intense. Like I don't know.
No, it was not really that bad. It's like Hawaiian style. Normally, it's supposed to be like hamburger or something, but they put their Hawaiian style pork on it. So it's like rice, Hawaiian style pork, like a fried egg, and some brown gravy.
Okay.
Yo, holy cannoli, and so
good. Sounds really good.
It's so good. With some like macaroni salad. Oh yeah. And they also have spam masubis. So did I order one of those too just for funsies? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I did. And it was great. So we ate some random Hawaiian food in Joplin, which was not on the bingo card at all, but it was pretty stinking good. But then, Collin, we took a journey to the Joplin History and Mineral Museum.
I'm sorry, the Joplin History and what museum?
Yes, mineral.
Joplin. Okay, that that kind of is it the history of minerals or is it the history of minerals in Joplin? Like what?
The second one. So it's this is it's over in Schifferdecker Park. That's a word that's hard to say.
You know what? You did well.
Like it's tricky. And so it's this museum, and it's got 3 sections. Really, it's more like 2.5 sections, but they said 3, so we'll go with 3, right? The first, we'll call them wings, even though that is a bit ambitious of a sentence, right?
Okay.
The first wing of the building is the history of Joplin. Right? So it starts like Civil War-y stuff. There's a little bit of that, a little bit of like, it's just kind of like pictures of early Joplin, stuff about important people. There is a lot of old furniture in there from like important people's houses, including a couple of the wackiest pianos I've ever seen in my life are in this museum, right? There's like a cookie cutter museum. There's a whole little section, like the National Cookie Cutter Museum is a little section in there, by the way, where you can get
National Cookie Cutter. What?
Yeah.
How many museums?
I was
not
expecting that. Well, 4 apparently, because I forgot about the National Cookie Cutter Museum. Is like it's about the size of just like a small room, just kind of like on the side, like. You know how when you're like an antique store and there's like a booth with stuff in it? It's like that size. Yeah. But it's like crammed full of like the oldest cookie cutters you've ever seen and cookie cutters from like, every state. And like there's just a basket of free cookie cutters that you can just take.
What?
You take one per visitor. They just give them to you. Like
I just looked it up. I am on the Atlas Obscura and I have learned that it features nearly 10,000 vintage handmade
in a little teeny
novelty cookie cutters. What is this? What?
Yeah, and it's not big. It's just like a small section. And there's just like a billion cookie cutters in this little thing.
it's the
It's wild.
Brandon, you will be surprised that it is described as the only museum of its kind.
I am not surprised. So there's just a secret fourth museum in here, right in the corner, and then there's like a little aisleway thing, and it's got like stuff about the desk. That desk I sent you was in the, I can't remember the name now, like the mining surveyor office, right? So it
That's where
had
you put
like,
all the samples and stuff in all those drawers.
yeah. And there's like
Oh.
scales, and there's like a blueprint making machine with like this giant light bulb thing in it, right? The assayer's office. That's the word I was looking for. Bam.
There you go.
And then there's like a section that's like old school, like diner, drugstore stuff. There's the end is like one of the famous building hotel things in Joplin, which is actually a hotel that Scott Joplin used to play at. Right? Boom. Ragtime it up.
Ragtime.
Go. There's a section about like I think it's like the African American history of Joplin, like the schools and stuff like that, and like famous people. And then there's of course the Bonnie and Clyde section. Right. Boom. There's a little
Nice.
Bonnie and Clyde section there because they shoosted all the police in Joplin and then ran away. And then in the back there is a part about the Joplin tornado.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
And then also a random old fire truck, like that's been restored, like with the wood runner boards and like the roof and like all that stuff. There's like a small, like old school fire department section back there. So there's a whole fire truck just in this building.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
So that's part 1 and 2, right? We have the history of Joplin, asterisk, also National Cookie Cutter Museum, stuck in the corner. The other wing, the second wing, it's just a hallway, but it's like Route 66 stuff, just like things and signs and trinkets and stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. It's not like the biggest thing ever, but it is one whole hallway. They've got like the big map on the wall and just like little cases with just like stuff like hotel memorabilia and like gas station-y ephemera, that kind of stuff, right? And then the main event is the third and final wing. This is the mining wing, the history of mining in Joplin in Southwest Missouri.
Oh,
complete with like massive like mineral samples, right?
Cool.
Like huge, like big. There's like I don't think I took any pictures of these, but I'll steal one from their little website here. Like there's just huge rows of stuff of all the minerals and things and like cases and cabinets and like here, like this. These like this like giant block of like galena, right? That's like to other things. And all the minerals that they mined in the area are there.
Now, what were they mining?
Mostly galena, lead, like I can't remember the name of the other one, but like some like irony stuff, but like galena, lead, zinc. That was the big deposit there. So there's like these massive, and there's some other ones in there. So it's cool. It's got like all this stuff. You can like look at it real close. There's like magnifying glasses on there. You can see all the mining tools, and it talks about like the miners, and it's got a bunch of pictures of the mines and the miners in there. There's a big history about like the use of mules in mining, and the mules not like being in the mine.
No.
It would get like, because they would send them like they had a problem with figuring out how to get them back out of the mine to graze, because when they came back up, they couldn't bring them back up in the daytime because they would freak out because it was so bright outside.
Oh, interesting.
Right? They would only bring them to the surface during like the new moon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, to like rotate them out because it was like even on like the full moon was too bright for them and they would like spaz out. And there's this weird picture of them like pulling the mule up by this harness from the mine hoist, which is insane.
What?
It looks so unhappy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. This is like early 1900s mining, right? Like the old timey stuff with like just like the flames on their head, right? Like not even the acetylene thing. No, just like no, here's fire, like on your brain, like
enjoy.
Your hard hat is just a hat. Like whoops, not even a hard
whoops, no hard hat.
Yeah, not even a hard hat, just a hat, right? Like so the downstairs part's got all the there's like a whole section with like mining tools, like the drills, right, and all the crazy stuff. And then upstairs they have a secret upstairs that has like a giant like model dioramas of the mines.
What?
So like you can see like of like the surface mine bits, like what the buildings look like, and it's like all labeled like here's the where it was brought up, and here's the conveyor, and here's the separator thing, and like all this stuff. So there's these big, and it's like it's not just one, it's like during different time periods. Like, oh, this is what it looked like around like 1920, and then like this is what it looked like earlier, and then this is what it looked like later, kind of, right? Yeah, it's awesome. And then there was a whole section that was like oh, here they have this really cool wall that was like the names of minerals and then like stuff that you find it in, like products like soap and like detergent,
like
and,
where
like,
it actually ended
stuff.
up, right? And how it was.
Yeah, where it ends up. Like, yeah, what do you use bauxite in? Aluminum cans and etch a sketches, right? Like that's what.
Okay, fair. You know what? I wouldn't have guessed that.
You know, that's what.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's really cool. Like, it's a pretty sweet museum. It's so sweet. The fact that I asked the dude, is like, hey, do you do school field trips by any chance?
Yes. Do they? Do they?
They do. He's like, dude, absolutely. It's like, sick. I'm gonna call you later. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk later because this is a way easier to get to the Titanic Museum. It's not quite. It's about the same size, but there's like more stuff in there. But he said they do like tours. They'll like do stuff if you bring kids there, and all that. So, and it's in the park. So like you can just like we could just go park afterwards. So this is what I'm going to pitch to my teaching team as soon as I go back. Like, hey, I have an idea because it is in Schiffer Park. Like, just a couple hundred yards away is like a covered picnic area and a playground. So like, you know, this is.
And then they can run around before we get back
exactly.
on the bus.
Yeah, and it's only like an hour away.
Yes,
not like however long it took it to get to Branson. It's like super the sketchiest roads ever. So like,
not good. Not good. No one wants to be in Branson.
So this one we could take the interstate. Wow, amazing.
Gosh, golly gee.
I know.
Wouldn't you know? How about that?
Yeah. So this is what I'm going to present this to the my teacher friends when we go back to school. Just be like, hey, guys, I got an idea.
I think that's so good.
But it's really sweet. There's lots of cool stuff in there. Really, lots and lots of minerals. So I was like, heck yeah, let's go. Like, stuff about mineral formation. So it's very sciencey, right? It's this big field trip, right? It's wonderful. Be a beautiful idea.
Yeah, I think that's fantastic. I think you should do that.
Yeah, so it was really cool. When I did go upstairs though, and I saw the giant model of the Mayan things, I was like, oh, Noah would like this. What's up? Like it was.
Yes, he would.
So yeah, so that was pretty cool. That's all we did. It might have been Wednesday if I did that. That might be right. Could be right. Yeah, I think that's right.
Well, I think that's way more exciting than me learning that stoplights are very short in Colombia.
I don't know. I mean, it's right up there. It's right up there.
Eh,
It's okay. It's all right.
you know.
It's fine.
Oh,
Don't worry.
man. Well,
yeah, you know who is worried?
Ender.
Yeah, Ender.
Ender.
That's okay.
So, Brandon, I read the first half of chapter 14 with my old e-reader. And then this week got a bit crazy and out of hand. And so I says, oh, I'm in the car a lot today. I'm going to listen to this book on the audio version.
Okay.
To help me
good plan.
Speed through this. Well, I don't know, because I don't know if these two chapters were the ones I needed to be listening to on 1.5x.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Because holy schmoly. Especially the end of 14. It's just kind of like, oh, surprise. And then 15, you're kind of like, wait, what? What is happening? Okay.
Yes. So I do have to shout out the audio book, free YouTube. I Googled Ender's Game audiobook, free YouTube, and I came across. Yeah. Is this one you listened to? HM. Did we ever talk about this?
But I did. That's what I did for Great Expectations, because like sometimes I would read them like right after we recorded, and then like the day before we recorded, I was like, wait, I need to parse what in the world that was. So I would like read it and then listen to it again later, because I was lost on a couple of those chapters.
Well, I
just forgot which ones were which.
I came across HM Friendly on YouTube.
Let's go.
His audio version is 10 hours long. So he earned a subscriber today, and apparently he does a lot of these things where he will narrate certain things. He does a lot of video games things. So anyway, HM Friendly. It's his link is in the show notes here for the people.
Oh, boom! Let's go.
Yeah, there you go.
Big shout out.
But we started chapter 14 as Ender's teacher.
Yeah. So so yeah, this chapter is a lot. There's really two halves, right? Like the first half is like a lot of the same thing, and then the second half is like like So we do start off with Ender like on doing the computer stuff, right? He's like practicing the things. Basically, like he starts off very small. He's just like controlling like the fighters.
Yes.
You know, this is what he's doing. And then when you do really good at the fighter, you like go up to like squadron leader, right? And then like you control the 4 fighters at one time. And then it like as you master these levels, you keep going up and up and up and up till like the top is like fleet commander, where it's like you're in charge of everybody. So you like start small and you like figure that out, and then you go up in stages. Apparently there's 15 levels here. But you know. But so that's the part where he's with Graf. It takes him, he's like there for like a year-ish, right? That's kind of what we say here. I think. And then he does get a new person shows up. Right?
Well, this is
a person
after...
who's just like awkwardly sitting in the floor.
And this is after Graf.
That's weird.
Ender confides in Graf that the game is boring and he's winning all the time and nothing new happens.
Yeah,
right?
It's easy.
It's
right.
Easy.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So he's like, Okay, next day, boom, old man sitting on floor in bedroom.
Yes. Who doesn't talk? He's just like sitting there, and the door is locked, and Ender can't leave.
Yep.
So Ender obviously thinks this is some sort of like test,
Of course.
right? And it is, right?
Of course, because everything's a test.
So it's like a weird thing happens. Yeah, because everything is a test, obviously. But like this weird, he's just doing things in the room and like ignoring him. And like he walks by him or whatever, and the dude like reaches out and like grabs his leg,
Yes.
right? And then he like backs up or whatever. And then he doesn't uh do anything else. That's it. He just like leaves him alone.
Yep.
And then a guy like flings out and like kicks him really hard and knocks him down.
Attacks him
and
from
he's
behind.
mad that Ender didn't like kick him in the back of the head. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. And then we get the reveal about who this person is. Collin, who is this person?
Jeez, it's none other. This took me a little while to wrap my head around, but this is none other than our Mazer dude. He's returned.
Yeah, this is Mazer Rackham.
Mazer
right?
Rackham.
Yeah. Now, we explain why he's still here through some like fast as light travel shenanigans, right?
Well,
Like,
it's the theory of relativity.
Basically, what happened
Yes.
here. Yeah. So like they put him like as soon as the battle was over, he like went on a ship, like he went out so far, a certain amount of time, and then he turned around and came back. And like for him traveling at that time or whatever, the only seemed like he was going for like a few years, but on Earth it was like the 70 years, right? So we have some relativity shenanigans
relativity
here, right?
thing.
Christopher Nolan would be very pleased, right? This is the plot of Interstellar. I think I've never actually watched a movie, but like
this is
pretty much
the plot of Interstellar, where he's gone for so long.
Right.
Like, oh my god!
It's just Matthew McConaughey shouting things and
Burf!
whatever.
Burf! Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
I did it.
And so they're basically like, all right, I'm your teacher now, sucker. I now be programming the computer, so you have to beat me.
Well, and
he's like, oh,
yeah.
well,
he says,
cool.
there's a long tradition where an older student and younger student pair up and learn from another and teach everything. And he's like, yeah, but you're not a student. And he's like, you always should be a student. You know, like it's very, whatever. And they like have a weird attack in the back where he hurts him, and they smile, and they're going to go off, and they're going to be challenging one another now. But he also warns them, like, I'm going to push you to your limits. We're not going to be easy on you. It's going to get hard, right? I've seen other people break.
Yeah.
So don't. Hopefully you're made of better stuff.
True. And then he kind of reiterates the thing that Graf told him about the way that the buggers communicate with each other, right? The like hive mind nature of their being, that and so he shows him the unedited version of the battle footage from back in the day
of his attack, right?
Ender's so Ender kind of tells him that he figured out most of it already, and he's like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna show you anyway.
Yeah, it's like, well, maybe.
And what they now discover, the reason that Mazer was successful is because he attacked the Queen's ship, right? Like, that was the battle strategy. He attacked the Queen's ship, and then everything else went away.
Because he was able to
and
discern
so, like,
which ship had the Queen by how they were moving around it, and basically knew that she was directing everything from that one central point.
And Ender kind of figured out by watching it. Like it was very subtle, but they could do that, right? And it's kind of like what this battle comes down to, like when they're talking strategy, is that um the the way that it is going to work, right, is it's basically like the buggers have the queen controlling everybody,
Yes.
right? But the human forces are kind of set up like Ender's battle school army, where there is all these commanders that are able to think independently and react independently. So that's kind of like the dichotomy here. Like on the one hand, you have one group that like controlled by one person, and that one person is in charge of every single detail. Where on the other hand, you have Ender, who is like going to be commanding fleets, but then each fleet, all the way down to each fighter, has an individual person in it responsible for making decisions. And
Now,
that's kind of what they talk about a lot here, is like that
yeah. Well, and he
back and
says
forth,
like
right? So
they can respond faster, but they can only do kind of like one thing at a time, which is
yeah,
where the
and there's no
humans
creativity. They can't
yes.
like, yeah, the humans can respond in like unexpected weird ways to whatever they're doing. Like it's a less coordinated but also more surprising,
Yeah.
right? And that's what Mazer says, like that's kind of how he won, is because he was able to be like, surprise, ha, like
Yes. Yeah, because he got in there.
yeah, ta-da. So we get that. uh we talk about oh, and he tells him about the secret weapon, the doctor device,
This
right?
was
Which,
actually really funny. I
oh yeah, yes, I thought it was funny. Ender apparently doesn't understand humor, but like it's some kind of like uh it like disrupts molecules. This thing, it's like some sort of like molecular disruption thing. We hand wave this away because Mazer is the one explaining it, and he's basically like, well, I'm not a physicist, but like
yes.
it does this.
And this is such a brilliant move to have somebody do the explaining. So, okay, I will say, last two chapters, much better writing than the rest of the entire book, but that's beside the point. This is a great
That's
move
because things are happening.
actually happening, and like it's actually like very sci-fi here in a little bit. But what I loved about this was a great way to explain something that is very hard to explain. It might not actually have technical reality, but to have it explained by a person who isn't like who has no technical details, right? He's just like, I don't know, we just use it and it blows stuff up. Like, what a great way to just kind of yada yada your way through that without it being like, because in another version of this, it would be Ender sitting down talking to the inventor of this machine that was out on Eros, and like all this stuff and how they were going to like where it came from, and that version does exist where they try and explain it specifically. I like this one where it leaves it of just like a yeah anyway.
That's true, and it is helpful that it's like, yeah, anyway, it tears molecules apart, boom, anyway. Oh, and it like chain reacts, right?
Yes.
That's the big important thing for totally not foreshadowing for later. um
Oh, and did we mention? No, we didn't.
so
Sorry, Ender is walking around and he feels like this entire place is like he doesn't like the feeling of being at Eros. It doesn't feel
oh yes,
normal or natural to him. And so he's like always like he doesn't feel comfortable, and he mentions this a couple times. But anyway, sorry. So he's living there, like we said, like a year, maybe 2 years at this point. I'm not even
yeah,
sure.
it's a little over a year, I think, because he says like after a year, that's when Mazer shows up, and then like things kind of go pretty quick after that, right?
Yes.
Like boom, boom. um and so then we have let's see, I'm trying to chronologically figure out. Oh yeah, so then he's like, okay, you're gonna have some commanders, right? He's like gonna introduce him to the commanders or whatever, and he's
Yes.
like, well, I want to he's like, do I get to see them? Right? Like, and he's like, oh, I don't know, blah blah blah. And then he's like all worried about the people that he's gonna be in command of because he's
Hmm.
not gonna get to talk to them and see them.
Well,
And they're
he
basically
won't
like,
know them,
oh,
right?
it's fine, don't worry. Yeah, he's like, I won't know them, so I won't know what they're good at, and I won't know how to command them. And he's just like, it's fine, don't worry.
Yeah, he's like, I wouldn't.
But yeah, I wouldn't worry because it's fine. Because turns out it is all of his homies from
All of
battle
his
school are
homies.
there,
Yes.
right? Like
Turns out.
it's like it's it's Ollie and it's Petra and it's Bean and it's Dink and it's like Crazy Tom or whatever, like
Yeah.
the bunch of other dudes like they're it's them. So they're also going to be there being the squadron leaders so that he now feels better because he knows he can rely on them.
Yep.
Right? Like he's like, okay. And then there's some practicing, blah blah blah. More battle practicing. Dink. And then he also mentions a couple people, and I'm like, who's that? Like, did we talk about these people? I don't remember.
I
I
don't
don't remember that guy.
know.
I don't know. I don't remember Hot Soup.
Yeah,
I
hot soup
vaguely
was.
remember Karn Carby. He was one of the like
Oh,
leaders for like the Rabbit Army or something. I don't remember.
wait,
Like,
wasn't hot soup the older guy that he got
I,
soup
I
with?
don't know.
That was like, it's all worth
Maybe,
it. We're playing against the other people, man. Like, wasn't he the?
maybe.
I
I don't
don't
know.
even
I just
know.
don't. I don't necessarily remember who that is.
No, no. Yeah, when they called, it's like, oh, good old hot soup. Here we are. Like, hot soup? What? Hot soup? Who are?
What? What?
Who's that?
I don't know.
Same, same.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, we get some like practicey stuff, and it gets like super intense, right? Um, and they're doing okay, and like, let's see, yeah, it like ramps up pretty quick though. They do some practice, they're getting some things done.
Oh, and this is where they're like playing. They're warming up, working well together, and then Mazer says,
Mhm.
"Okay, now I'm going to be programming the computer.
Yes,
I'm going to be making this, and I'm not going to let up and let you know, like you're not going to be able to defeat me because I'm better than you, and you're going to I'm going to make you lose, and um." But I'm going to be programming everything, and they're going to learn. Once you do something, I'm going to learn from you, and I'm going to show you things you've never seen before. And don't be, surprised by that.
yes. And so it hots up real quick, right? And Peter does make a mistake, right? He he keeps using several of the same people like
Yeah,
over and over again because he knows that they're the best and he wants to rely on them for the good results. But like Petra kind of breaks, right? She like has this thing where she like gets messed up and she overextends and it's a whole deal and she almost like screws everything up like real bad. And it's tough. And so she like cracks and then Ender's like, crap, now I can't use her at all because
yeah,
I've messed up. And then he starts like rotating it because they're doing like little things at a time, right? So it's like, oh, this time we need only like 3 people. This time we need like 8 people, like 4 people, right? And so he did make the mistake of he admitted that he was using like the same people over and over again
yes, yeah,
and wasn't giving them enough break in between. And so that that didn't go good. And he is like not sleeping, right? He's having these like crazy dreams,
like
right?
really
And
twisted
he's not
dreams.
sleeping.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're really messed up and he's dreaming like really weird stuff and he can't sleep at all. And he's like really sleep deprived and he is it's messing with him, right? Like a lot. So, but it keeps going, right? And it keeps going. And they're just like having all these battles, and some of them are good and some of them are not great, but they win anyway, you know. Um, until he like goes out for battle one day and the command room is like completely full
Packed.
of people.
Well, this is
And
after.
he's like,
Is this before or after he was like biting his hand and he was bleeding and he was like
that's right after that.
right
Yeah.
after? Okay, yeah, he's not sleeping at all. You're right, and
Yeah.
he's like, I can't go anymore, and it's just like, well, we got to keep going and no rest, and doesn't he tells? Isn't there? Is this before? Wait, is before this where Ender goes to Mazer and tells him about his dream of like that he's
Yeah. That's right
concerned
before this, too.
right before right
Yeah.
and obviously Mazer's like didn't know you were afraid of the dark and I'll leave a light on for you
Yeah.
and he's kind of continuing to push him and Ender was genuinely this is the most vulnerable that Ender had ever been I feel like with any adult up to this point.
Yeah. Cause he's like, I'm afraid I'm going crazy, right? Like
Yeah.
these dreams are wild and I'm not sure if I'm me, right? And Mazer's like, oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. They're just your brain coping with stuff. It's fine. Blah blah blah. It's like it's been grueling,
Oh, well
right?
that's right.
These
Sorry, because he has this thing where he's like you won't fail Ender not early in this course. You've had some tight ones, but you've always won. You won't know your limits yet. Uh, and he said, Ender's trying to figure out like what happens to the ones who failed before. Okay, what happens? And he's like, do they die?
oh yeah.
And he's like, no, good heavens, it's just a game. And he's like,
Yeah.
I think Bonzo died. I dreamed it last night. I remember the way he looked. Like he's really
Mhm.
going through a lot.
His
of
dreams
this.
are very vivid, right?
Yes.
Which is a hint we hint about. I realized what was happening here for later, right? But like we understand later why, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
figured it out. Ha! So like I have a suspicion. Um,
what about okay, we'll come back to that. But yes, he's
yeah,
going crazy and he shows up and there's everybody in the room and this is his last
yeah.
test.
Oh, and also right before this is whenever he's talking to Bean, and Bean is like, the game is not quite as fun as it used to be
it's not
because
as
it's
fun.
so grueling.
It's
right?
taking
It's
hours.
just so like, blah.
The,
Yeah.
the battles are hours long.
He even
now.
like passes out. Right? He
Yes.
passes out at one point and smacks his face on the ground. So that's when he's having dreams about the battle school and the buggers dissecting him and Peter and Valentine. And it's just all this like insane stuff. And so he does wake up and he's like, oh, you got to go, got to practice. And then he goes out and it's completely full of all these people. Like all the generals are there, like whatever. And he's like, what's going on? He's like, oh, this is your final.
Final.
It's the final exam.
After this.
Yeah. And so he's like, all right, fine. He's like, you can be petulant all you want tomorrow, but right now you got to do this.
Right now, we just need you to do this one thing.
Yeah. And Ender is tired and he doesn't want to play the game anymore. And he asks the question. He's like, hey, does the doctor device work on planets?
Yeah.
And they're like, what? He's like,
what?
He's like, does it? And they're like, I guess. And he's like, okay.
Well, didn't Graf say something like,
the Mazer says buggers never attacked the civilian population.
Yeah.
And because he's like, there's a new thing in this simulation. There's a planet. Yeah. And they're just like, okay. All right. He's like, I can't remember the last time you've given me a battle with only one new thing. So we'll see what else is up to here. And they go into the thing, and there's just like a bazillion. I think he's outnumbered like 1,000 to 1 or something like that. It's nuts. Right. He says his weariness turned to despair. Right. It's not great.
Yeah.
So he's got a couple starships, and he there's some more hint here about what's going on, right? But he, he's like, well, dang it. So he says, remember, the enemy's gate is down. And
Yep.
they just all started laughing.
Well,
Right.
because
And Ender laughed too.
because he didn't know what to do. He realized they're starting, and he realizes that
Yeah.
everyone watching him, they realize he's at a loss. And then didn't Bean, you said Bean said something that kind of jogged his memory. They kind of had it at the same
Yeah.
time of like, oh right, this is just like whenever we had the multiple armies and I was, da 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 around me. And
Yeah,
so
that's what he's thinking about, is like the time where they rigged the game against him. And
yes.
because he's thinking, he says, like, okay, in the final battle school, in the final battle in battle school, he had won by ignoring the enemy and ignoring his own losses, and he had moved against the enemy's gate.
Yep.
Um, you know, and he says, I'm not going to let you beat me. I don't care if I follow the rules. If you can cheat, so can I. I won't let you beat me unfair. I'll beat you unfairly first.
Yeah.
And he says, if I make the rules, maybe they'll never let me be commander. It would be too dangerous, and I'll never have to play a game again. That is a victory.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's
Right.
just
And so
ready to be done.
yeah, he's done. Um and they like they battle a little bit. He sees that the enemy is like respecting his advances and stuff, and then he they like the ships break off and they dive towards the surface, and they just annihilate the planet with the doctor.
Yep.
Right.
Well, and he
And
keeps thinking during this time, I wonder how the computer is going to
the
show this
simulation
play.
can hold. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because this is so much. I don't know if they expected this. So how are they going to know like how to simulate what's going on? Because they wouldn't have expected this. Because it's going to be it's so crazy. And he's just trying to figure out. He commented on that several times of like, I wonder how they're going to show what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. And it like blows the planet apart. It blows apart all the fighters. It blows apart everything. Right.
Yeah.
His ships, the enemy ships, like everything is like gone. Um and then he takes his headphones off, and he turns around, and like everybody is like crying, and like some of them are kneeling on the floor and praying, and Ender does not, says Ender didn't understand. It seemed all wrong. They were supposed to be angry, right?
Yeah.
And Graf comes up to him and just is like, thank you, Ender. And he's like, what are you talking about?
What?
What are
Yeah.
you doing? And Mazer Rackham comes out, and Ender goes, ha, I beat you. And he goes, Ender, you never played me.
Yeah. And
And so Ender is now pissed because
yeah.
they lied to him again.
Again.
Right. Yeah. So basically, what happens is that ever since Mazer said he was going to take over, right, it was actually not a simulation anymore.
Nope.
Right. Ender was in battle for realsies.
For realsies.
Right. So there was no Mazer. There was no computer program.
Yeah.
Right. There was only actual battle.
Yep.
Right. And so Ender like can't really cope with this, and he just sort of goes.
Understandably.
Right.
Understandably.
Yeah. And so now he is like really angry because they tricked him. Right. Again, they tricked him, and he's like, yeah, he's like, they're like, you're a hero, Ender. And he's like, them all, didn't I? And he's like, all who? Asked Graf. The buggers? That was the idea. And Mazer comes and says, that's what war is for. He's like, all their queens. I killed all of children, all of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Well, and then
right?
because it comes
Uh,
out later where he's like, there were soldiers on those were real ships with those real
oh
soldiers,
yeah,
right?
yeah. He killed his own troops
Troops.
died,
Yeah, yeah,
and he's mad about that. And they're like, they knew it was going to happen. It's
yeah.
fine.
And they still
And
did it,
he's
Ender. You're like, no, that's not supposed to be a thing. Like, yeah,
yeah. He says, you didn't want me. You wanted Peter. I'm not a killer, but you made me. You tricked me.
yeah,
And Graf's response is, it had to be a trick, or you couldn't have done it. It's the bind we were in. We had to have a commander with so much empathy that he would think like the buggers, understand them and anticipate them, so much compassion that he could win the love of his underlings and work with them like a perfect machine, as perfect as the buggers. But somebody with that much compassion could never be the killer we needed, could never go into battle willing to win at all costs, right?
yeah,
If you knew, you could have done it, right?
yep,
If you were the kind of person who would do it even if you knew, you could never have understood the buggers,
yeah, yeah,
right? So and Mazer said it had to be children because their like reflexes are faster and whatever, right? He says, I'm too old and cautious, everybody, we needed daring, you know.
something, yeah,
And then again, he says, I'm mad because I was ordering pilots to go in and die, and I didn't even know it. Like,
yep,
but they knew it ended, and they went anyway.
yep.
So he's mad that they made him like this perfect weapon, and he's really upset about it.
Well, and he had
He's like, leave me alone.
leave me alone, and that he had no agency in this, right? Like that he had
Yeah.
no choice in this, and all along, Ender has been screaming for choice in his decisions. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Choice to not fight, right? Choice to not be cornered. If they would just do something else, they wouldn't have to do this. He's felt every step along the way that he has had no agency in his
Yeah.
fights or in his life. And this is just another thing where he didn't have that choice. And as they plainly say, basically, yeah, because if you would have had the choice, you wouldn't have made it. And so this was all just a game.
Yeah. And he said also, we have to put you in lockdown now because now that the bugger situation is done, like the situation on Earth is hotting up, and we there's Russians on here, and so we need to get you away from them because they may try to attack us.
Yeah, everybody wants you to either
And
lead, right, everything.
yeah, so everybody wants him on their side, and so he like, in a very Victorian twist, right? Much like Pip, uh, he like becomes ill and sleeps for a long time. That's
Yep.
it's the
I
like
love
he
this.
becomes feverish and sick from all the stress, and and like Pip in the Victorian times, goes to bed for like a week, like
Pretty
sickly.
much. He's in and out of fever. He's basically getting an IV put in.
Yeah.
He's listening to voices, all this stuff.
Oh my god, it's nuts. For about 5 days, right? He slept through the whole League War, apparently, which,
Yeah.
it's nice for me as a reader that we don't have to deal with that.
No.
But somebody, uh, he like feels somebody coming, sneaking up on him, and he turns around and like grabs him, and it's Ollie. And he's like, all right. He's like, I see you're feeling better. You were trying to kill me. He's like, yes, but I thought you were trying to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
uh, and so they figured out, they're like, oh, it's fine, everything's fine, blah blah blah, it's over. And then they kind of tell him about the Earth situation and all this, and oh, it's fine, the pact is that there's some geopolitical shenanigans here, They've agreed to something. Earth has agreed to something called the Lock Proposal.
The what?
Oh, what?
Surely.
Asp. Right. Um. The IF is staying. The Warsaw Pact Marines are going home. Uh, I don't know. So there's been a peace deal brokered, right? Um, on Earth, and now it's we're officially over,
Yeah.
and that's it, right?
Well, yeah, but
Boom.
yeah, because
And
now,
all the kids basically, Petra's like, so what? What do we do now?
right?
Like,
Well, because
we have a bit of a Hemingway situation, right? Like, what do now? Like, the
because
thing
Ender,
that we do is not there anymore.
yeah. Well, and uh it's made clear that Ender is wanted by everybody and has basically all he has to do is say the word and he has millions of people who will follow him. And so what does Ender want to do? And Ender's like,
Mhm.
I want to go home, but also I can't. And so I don't
Yeah.
I'll just I'll just be here. When when did you figure out that it was not a simulation?
Um. Well, like, I didn't figure it out until the very last battle, right? When they were talking about how this time the doctor device they were using was older
The
and
ships
not
were
as good as
older.
the newest ones they had earlier, and they had the older ships, and I was like, oh,
Older
oh,
ships.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep. That's so funny because
Staggered. Yeah.
that's exactly whenever
This.
I came
Yeah.
across it as well. Because I was listening and driving, and all of a sudden I'm going back and
Mhm.
forth, and um, and I go, oh, like I actually paused it and went back a little bit, and was like,
Mhm.
oh, oh, because it's one of those like, well, what would they like like, oh, there's always going to be one more than one thing that it's going to be different for you in the
Yeah.
in the game. It's like, okay, well, is this a different game? But the way they described it, I was like, no, no, unfortunately not.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. So that's kind of where I figured. We also forgot to talk about. I can't remember where it was, but like we find out why Indra doesn't feel comfortable in the Eros thing
Oh, right.
in here at some point too, right? Like, I don't remember where it is. So we're talking right now. Like, it's Ender doesn't feel comfortable in there, and it feels wrong because it was built by the buggers as their advanced outpost thing,
Yes.
right?
And
And so like it was built by them for them, and so it's like kind of not quite right for like human proportions and human stuff, and that's why the rooms are kind of weird and like it doesn't feel normal, is because it wasn't built by people. And so they took this back over from them during the invasion and
yeah.
then turned it into their like forward command post, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was actually how they learned about them about the buggers because they were like, huh, something weird, like this thing disappeared in the asteroid belt.
Oh yeah, because
And
they
so
painted it with
they
the
paint
like a light absorbing thing, whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
and so they sent the ship out there, and then the ship was attacked. But because the buggers couldn't think of other transport communication methods, it was
yeah,
basically live streamed back to Earth, and people watched the
yeah,
massacre on the ship, and they were like, "Huh, well, that's a problem we have to deal with."
yeah. Like that's not good. Dang. Um, yes. So there you go. So there we go. Boom. That brings us to our final chapter, chapter 15. Speaker for the
For the
dead,
dead.
which is not coincidentally the title of the sequel book. for this.
Uh-huh.
So I think that tells you something about what's happening.
Think so.
Yeah. So we start off with Graf and somebody else. They're back at the lake where Ender was, and they're talking about just the state of things, getting caught up on the state of things and
Yeah.
what they're going to do now and
This is
all
the
this stuff.
well, you know,
Blah, blah.
Bob part of the conversation where they're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it and we're learning about things.
Yes. So we learn what they're going to be doing, and we're learning about the the Demosthenes and Locke and then Graf and everybody. But so we get that, blah, blah. And Ender is then we get to cut to Ender, and he can't come home yet because everybody still wants to fight over him. And so he's still up on Eros, right? He did watch the court martial trial of Colonel Graf, even though they tried to not make him because he's been awarded the rank of admiral. He was like, "Shut up! You can't tell me what to do."
Yeah, it's great.
Which it says like, well, this is one of the few times he actually pulled rank on somebody. He was like, "I'm going to," and so he learned the truth about himself. He learned about what happened to Stilson and Bonzo. He learned about all the other things there, about all that stuff. And so he's hanging out with Mazer here and blah blah blah. And he's here and he's doing stuff. And they're like, "Oh hey, somebody's out here to see you." And he's like, "What are you talking about? I don't want to see people. I don't want people don't see me, blah blah." And he walks out, and who is there? But it's Valentine.
Valentine. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So Valentine is here. She says Demosthenes has retired, right? And she is going to the colony, right? Because humanity has lifted the ban on birthing, right? There can now be thirds and fourths and fifths and whatever. And the humans are going to go out and colonize the bugger colonies.
Mm-hmm.
This is the plan. And so she's like, "I'm going." And Ender's like, "Why?" And she's like, "Well, because it's done and Peter wants Earth and I don't want to do this anymore and I want to start a new life for myself and I'm going, and oh, by the way, you should come."
Yep.
Yep.
And because you're going to be like Grand Poobah or whatever over the new colony. And
yeah,
because it kind of fits in with Ender's realization that he was never going to be going home because him staying far away from Earth was much more convenient for everybody because that way he couldn't be controlled by anyone in particular. And he just needed to basically be a myth and legend for years to come.
Exactly. And so she's like, "You're going to come and be governor." And he's like, "What?" And she's like, "I mean, if you agree." She's like, "I already asked everybody else and they said it was fine, but they want, I'm going to add, if you want to, you can." And he like talks to her about this stuff. And he's like, "Yeah, okay." Like you said, like, he's like, "I can't go back. Because, of all this stuff on Earth, it's too blah. They'll, he can't be there. People will fight over him and he'll be too polarizing of a figure. And so he does have to leave, right? He's like Frodo.
Yeah.
Right?
He
can't go home again.
Well, and
right?
then there's the Peter thing as well that we learn as well, that Peter was going to have this long, like he was going to control him, of like Peter would unmask himself as Locke and stand next to his brother, and this would elevate him to king and ruler over all of Earth, basically, because he was negotiating peace, and this is one final move to put him into that.
Yeah. And he's like, well, when she tells him that, he's like, "Yeah, we can't do that. So yeah, I'll go with you." "I don't want to be with Peter. I'll be with you." Yeah. So she convinced, they go, right? And he's like, "Well, what are you going to do?" And she's like, "I am going to still be historian." So she's going to write the history of the Bugger War as what that's going to be the thing that she's doing. So she is now the historian person. And so they go, right? They voyage long, and they set up stuff, and she writes books, and she's writing a whole bunch of things about this, and they've been there for a while. Um, so then we get this like really weird bit, right? Where they're,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah,
Is it, Brandon? Is it weird?
it's the weirdest thing of all time. So they're, I don't know, they've been there for a while. They're doing colonial things. They're doing stuff, and then they get a message saying there's another ship that's going to come out here, and so we need to find a place for them to land. So like, Ender decides to go out. He's doing good at his gubernatorial duties. He's very helpful. He's very hands-on. Everybody loves him. He's a good leader. Blah blah blah. Right? We knew all that was going to happen. So he goes out on this mission because he's going to find a place for the new colony, right, close to his colony, so that like they can support each other, they can trade and whatever, but like they can be independent over there, right?
Yeah.
This is the plan. And as they're flying, some kid goes with him, some other guy, I don't know, some kid, like, here he lands the helicopter thing, and he starts to feel weird and uneasy about this place where he's found himself.
Like he's been there before.
Yeah. Right? He looks around, and he's looking at this weird stuff, and this kid's like, man, it's weird. It looks like a giant died here, and the earth grew up around it over his carcass. And Ender like freaks out internally. Right?
Yes.
He's standing in the giant's corpse. And he's like, the other kid's like, hey, somebody built this. It's like made out of concrete. And he's like, I know, they built it for me. He's like, what do you mean, He's like, yeah, I know. He's like, don't worry about it, I know. And so he's like, I'm gonna go over here, you have to stay here, you can't come with me. And he's like, but I don't want to stay here. He's like, shut up, I have to go over here to do a thing. So he starts walking through this real life version of the computer game, right? There's the playground and the forest clearing and the cliff and the tower. And so he makes the kid stay there, and he goes up to the tower, and he finds a room, and there's no actual snake, but there's like a carpet with a snake on it. Good enough.
Oh, right.
And
everything's basically a facsimile that he's feeling like they pulled, that they knew of him, and they're trying to make it look like this, right? For him.
Yeah, right. And so here's where I think, right, like whenever he was having these bad dreams, right, that was where this came from.
Yeah.
Right. Like whenever he started having all those really weird dreams about stuff, I was like, okay, wait a minute.
What is
I think like I kind of thought that he was being reached out to, right? The buggers were attempting to contact him, but he can't communicate that way. So it was coming through as like these weird dreams and visions and weird stuff, because his brain cannot interpret the mind communication of the buggers.
Yeah.
Right. And so they were grabbing these things from his brain, and they put this here because he was the only person they could do that to. Now, I don't know if it was because of the antenna thing, the Ansible thing on the deal. Like, I don't know if that's how they reached out to him specifically. Maybe it's just because they knew it was him from the space battles and stuff. I don't really know. But like they could find him through this like telepathic communication-y stuff. and they pulled this out of his brain, right? And when he gets up there, there's the mirror with again the crude drawing of a face on it. Um, because the buggers can't write, but he thinks that they were trying to learn like real fast, right?
Yeah.
So that they could
Now,
know.
now again, we've already been introduced into relativity. So, Brandon, how like they were dead by the time he got there. So when did they start this? When did they
Oh yeah,
start all of this?
yeah. That's the other part that's weird about this. We don't know when they started, but they probably rushed this, so it was like not, you know, fast. But this was he describes everything as like quite crude, so we assume that it was like rushed and stuff, right? Um, so yeah, they were definitely way dead before he got here. So, but yeah, we don't that the timeline is a little bit unclear. And then he like opens the mirror, and there's like a egg in there, like a bug egg.
I was hoping for snakes. I gotta be real.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
no
oh,
snakes. And then like he can see the memories of the egg,
uh
kind
huh,
of. Now that he's in like close proximity to it, this egg is a queen egg,
uh huh.
right? And the queen is like speaking to him, sort of like showing him stuff, and he learns about a little bit about them. Um, he understands that um like basically the hive queen kind of shows him some history of stuff, and then um says like so the humans did not forgive us.
Yeah.
Right,
So
basically.
so sorry.
And she kind of through this like very weird communication says like, well, we didn't know you were there.
Uh
And
huh.
so basically it is kind of what Ender thought a long time ago when he was talking to Graf about the not communicating thing. Like they showed up, they were just colonizing stuff, right? They were just showing up everywhere, and they showed up here, and they couldn't talk to the humans, and then like, oh, boom, then it was like turned into this whole big thing, right? Um, like we, whoops, we didn't mean to do that, and I hope you forgive us for killing you, and we're real sorry about that. Um, we forgive you for killing us because it was our fault, which is a weird
This is
thing to say,
really weird.
right? This part was confusing to me. Like, it just like, what is the message here that Card is trying to tell us?
Uh huh.
Right? Like this part, like the apologize, like this kind of is dumb,
Yeah.
right?
I
Like,
hated this part.
hey, yeah, it was stupid, right? Like, hey, we're sorry that we showed up and killed you, and we forgive you for killing us back because we totally deserved it.
Are bad.
Like, are you serious? Like, what? What?
Yeah.
This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Like, if you put this in context of, let's put this in context of like any other war in the history of the world, right? So, like, when the Persians invaded Greece, okay, and then the Greeks beat them, right? Uh, did the Persians go, oh, sorry, our bad, bro. It's cool. We forgive you for murdering us. No, no,
No. No.
no. That's not how it worked. They like later they were like, hey, let's try again.
I know.
Right? Like this is not like I don't understand the thought process here. Like I don't understand like we're trying to absolve Ender for like wrongdoing, right? We're like making Ender like feel better about himself. Like, I don't really understand the message of this,
Yep.
right? But it's really dumb to be like, hey, we forgive you for murdering us. It was our bad. Um, and Ender basically says, okay, well, yeah. They were like, we could have lived with you in peace, believe us. Our bad. Like, that's the message here, is that we were physically unable to talk to you. And so when you shot us, we were like, oh, our bad. We just we just murdered you immediately. And then we're like, oh, it's cool. Like, whatever. Like, it's really dumb. Like, it's really stupid.
Yeah.
Like, the buggers say, we thought we were the only thinking beings in the universe until we met you. Never did we dream that thought could arise from the lonely animals who cannot dream each other's dreams. How were we to know? We could live in peace with you. Believe us.
Yeah. No. I'm
Is
going.
is stupid.
This is the part
Right?
where he starts believing because of his empathy, right? Because of this is why he was chosen, right? Because his
Yeah.
empathy for others,
Mhm.
and he's being talked to by a weird bug in a pupa that he like help pupates, and it turns brown, and he carries around with him now, and I don't know.
Yeah. So basically, Ender's new plan is to travel the universe and find a place to deposit this so that it can hatch and there can be the buggers can come back.
Can come back.
Right.
Yeah.
That's kind of what. Now he does like talk to it, and it like tells him stuff about the because the buggers never wrote anything down. They just like remember everything. Like
Yeah.
he can learn. Like it tells him about like how to farm stuff and about like how to build things and how to live on the planet better. You know, like how to be cool and live on the planet and like what plants to plant and all this stuff, right? Like it's really weird. It's really weird. And then he has Valentine publish this in part of her histories, right? And being the speaker for the dead becomes a thing. It like becomes this weird like religious position on Earth, right? And then on the colonies, that's like a major religious thing where like there's people that speak for life and then there's people that speak for dead. And she even gets a message from the old man Peter, because of relativity reasons, is like almost 80
Yeah.
and dying, and he speaks right about this, and he like tells his story and Valentine writes it down, and it's like a whole weird thing.
Crazy.
That's
Oh my gosh.
uh and it and they decide like after a while they they leave this colony. Him and Valentine are going to leave this colony and go somewhere else, right?
Mm-hmm.
um so Valentine is the historian who writes down the stories of the living, while Ender speaks the stories of the dead. And Ender carried with him always a dry white cocoon, looking for a world where the hive queen could awaken and thrive in peace. He looked a long time.
And that's the end of the story.
Yeah.
It just ends. It
I,
literally.
I could have done without the last half of the last chapter, right?
I,
Like it's so off-putting. The like, hey, bro, we're sorry to like. I'm just thinking about like every single other human conflict in human history, like the colonizing of the Americas, like through the lens of Orson Scott Card here, and it is the dumbest thing of all time. Like the Aztecs, like, oh, sorry, bro, sorry we killed you all, right? Didn't mean to do that. And then like,
yes.
oh, you killed us all. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's fine. Like, no worries. No, all that smallpox stuff, it's cool, bro. Like, it's fine. Like, this is the most like apologist, like nonsense.
I know.
I don't. I don't know. Like that part was very off-putting for me.
I was uncomfortable. Like the best part of this book was chapter 14, by far. Leading up to that, it was very
Oh yes.
dull and dry.
I mean, at least chapter 14 did reward a lot of that because it brought back a lot of the stuff from the battle school. Now,
Yes,
not all of it, right? But like parts of it, you're like, oh, okay, like we're gonna give you these commanders, and the army is gonna be structured like the invasion fleet is kind of structured like Ender's battalion, and there's like all these commanders that are really good, and they can command smaller units to do his orders, and they'll do blah blah blah. Like that made sense. That's payoff for that, right?
yeah,
Finally, some payoff for some of the battle school nonsense, and it carried over with he's tired of playing the game, and there's like lots of things that were similar to battles that he fought in his past, right? Like, but you're right. Chapter 14 is by far the best chapter in the book.
favorite.
Like, yeah, it's long, but like it's at least it's packed. It is like nice and broken up, right? This book does the thing where like the chapters are long, but like there's breaks, you know. So it's like
Oh yeah,
it's kind of like chapter 14, section 1, section 2. So it's like
uh-huh.
it's not so bad, and it like flows together, and it like makes sense. It's not just like one big continual drone of nothing, like whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like it's chunked up, and it's kind of like it makes sense, you know. But the last chapter is so dumb.
I really disliked this entirely. Like I
I,
was so angry during this last chapter 15 genuinely. Now here, chapter 15 is what leads to book 2, so totally got it.
yeah, but
How
like,
however,
ugh. Does
uh
that make you want to read book 2 ever in your life?
no. No.
Yeah,
I don't want
like,
to go read about Ender's adventures with him and a pupa on his hip.
yeah, like I don't know. Like as much as you try to make Emperor Ender like a sympathetic person, like you just kind of don't like him half the time. You know, like
Yeah.
there's a lot of times you're like, this kid sucks. Like I know it's not his fault all the time because like everybody around him also sucks. Like everybody in this book sucks, right?
Yeah.
Except for maybe Valentine, maybe Bean, but like like the other kids are fine. Like Petra's cool, I guess. Like Bean's fine. Dig's cool. Like everybody else sucks. So like that. This is what I want to ask you, Colin. Colin, does this book deserve all of the just straight up praise that it gets from the sci-fi community at large? Right? It does this book live up to the expectation of like everybody's like favorite book of all time?
I think when people think of this book, they think of chapter 14. I think they think of chapter 14. I don't think they remember anything else about this book. It's 14 because it's towards the end, and then they're still hyped up. 15 falls off the edge, and they just remember this. So I, uh, that's got to be it for me. So far as like why this is so loved, because 14 has the big twist. It's got the big turn, and everything else I don't see why this one is as loved as it
I don't
actually is.
either. Like it's not like as far as like other I don't know. Like I just don't understand at all like why people like this book. Like if you're gonna like in the pantheon of books, like this book is like it's fine. You know, it's fine. I guess. Like I've definitely read worse books, but like there's just so many things that it doesn't do well, and I think it gets a pass because it's sci-fi. And as not like a sci-fi aficionado, like I don't think about it as like a science fiction book. I think about it as a book first, and then like it's got like a sci-fi coat of paint on it, right? Like I'm not a dedicated sci-fi reader. I don't read a lot of sci-fi, like we talked about. Although I'm working on a thing for later, I have been reading some in the background. More, I'll tell you about that whenever it's done. But like, so spoilers for the future.
Okay.
Something to look forward to. But like, I don't. get it. Like there's like as far as like books about like a school, like this is a very like YA trope of like, oh, it's like a school of stuff. Boom. Insert like 50 billion books here, right? Like I don't think a lot of the stuff in the battle school is particularly interesting. I don't think Ender is particularly interesting. The weird side plot with his brother and sister being 4chan trolls is
Also not interesting.
it ends I mean it's not it's weird. It turns out it's quite relevant, shoehorned at the end, like, oh, by the way, oh, everybody loves Peter. Like
He's great.
like I guess he does manipulate people good. Wow. But like, you know, I just I like chapter 50, that part, just that part was so bad. Like it just leaves such a bad taste in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole thing. Like I just can't. I don't understand the point of that. Right? Like it was. I was okay with it until the talking pupa. Right? Like, and it's not the fact that it was talking; it's the what it said part. Right? Because really, like, I don't know. Part of me is like Ender should have just like stepped on it. Right? Like, well,
I know.
Too late now. Well, but like the fact that it just rubs me so much the wrong way of like, oh yeah, well, we killed you on accident, and then so we can't really be mad that you killed us back. We forgive you for murdering us.
Oh,
like
just so
like what like are we supposed to be okay with like I just don't understand the message here. Like I don't know what he's trying to say. Like are we supposed to be okay with that? Like are we supposed to just like get over it? Like, oh, is that how we're supposed to just deal with any conflict? Like, oh, I know that you killed like a bunch of us, but like it's cool, bro. Don't even worry about it. Like,
yeah.
Is this the geopolitical meta that Orson Scott Card wants? Like, because like the Korean War in that context, pretty weird. Like
Definitely.
Like the colonization of Africa is a bit awkward when viewed through this lens, like it's a very strange message here. Like, and I got Ender, I guess, he does feel bad about it, and he was tricked into it, and so he's wanting to repent, I guess, but like,
because it's both like hard into the like win at all costs, but also it's like at what cost, and like should it be pacifist?
Yeah,
in this,
it's
and
like
so
wanting both, like, and I know that Ender didn't necessarily want this, but like the fact that the buggers are like, oh, we forgive you for murdering all of us, it's cool. Like, now is the plot twist in the second book the only way this plays off, in my opinion, Collin. The only way this can be redeemed is if Ender does like let the queen go somewhere and the buggers like rearm and try to kill Ender, right? Like that would
see, I absolutely
like, because then he's still being manipulated, right, by outside forces, and he still has to struggle with that and can never do what he wants to do because he's always being manipulated by outsiders, right? This is the only acceptable payoff.
Agreed.
I'm not going to read Speaker for the Dead to figure out if that's true. I may look at the summary, but like that right now in my mental state, like that would be acceptable. But like, it's just like I don't understand why you would do this. Like, it's just not. Whatever. I don't know.
I agree. I don't think it should.
I just basically what I'm saying is I don't understand why this book gets all the praise that it does, because I personally do not see it anywhere. In here.
Nope. Again, chapter 14 to me is the only redeeming quality of this,
Yeah.
right? So other than after that, it's like there's no point to any of this.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just very weird. Like I don't know. It just doesn't
Didn't do it for me, and
no, it didn't do it for me at all. Right? Like
yes,
it really didn't do it for me at all. Like so I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, done.
we are. You
Done.
know what? We are
Done and dusted
fair.
with our summer reading book here.
Boy, howdy,
It
are we?
was. Yeah. So there we go. Boom.
And I don't know. It's one of those of man, I don't know. These last two chapters really threw me for a massive loop, and I don't know how to walk away. I'm going to walk away from this one a little bit differently than I think I walk away from the other books, where it's just like, woof, that was a ride. And this one, it's like, like you, I still am trying to figure out what was this commentary on? Like ultimately, what was this supposed to be? And man, I don't know. I don't know what it was supposed to be for sure. Like what he was.
I definitely don't know this.
I don't know if he knows.
I don't know if he does either. So, well, but we can put it on the bookshelf now, and in a few years, eventually, when we get around to, at some point, I think we do need to do a ranking of books we've read so far for the show, right? The Oh Brother Reading Club tier list, the top however many book lists.
Books. Yes.
Yeah.
I think
so at some point, maybe before we read our winter one, we'll rank them so far.
Yes.
Right. But spoilers, this one's not going very high.
I agree. Yes. Oh, man. Well, and there we are.
Yeah, there we go. So, with that, Colin,
Oh, yes.
I will close you out on a different note.
Okay.
With a bit of a haiku here.
A bit of a haiku. It's only half of one.
No, I finished the last line. I finished the last line earlier.
Mm-hmm.
There have been times where I'm like, I am done. Okay, yeah. Because sometimes I will write like the first line or first two lines and be thinking about the third one or the second, and then I'll forget to write it. I'm like, no, but I have it done here. So, to close us out for today.
Okay.
Endless dark expanse. Boundless treasures are hidden, hunted by lamplight.
Nice.
Mining haiku? Let's go.
There we go. First, I was like, "Oh, did he write a haiku about Ender's Game?" And then I was like, "No, it was about."
It would be much more negative about that.
That's perfect.
There we go. Bang.
Okay. Well, we will. Whew. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, that was weird, but okay. Here we are, and now we will. We'll do this again soon.
We will indeed.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.